Hey guys, welcome back. I've been working for about a day and a half now down here, trying to get everything organized. I did get the chip in for Sinistar for the flying, and I want to see if changing this chip out is going to correct that or not. Still waiting on a couple chips for the video to hopefully get that inverted video to go back to normal. So I was taking a quick break. I wanted to swap this out, put a socket in here, put the new chip in here, and see if by chance this solves the problem that I'm having. Let me show you what I've been doing so far. So basically, I'm getting everything organized really well to save me a bunch of time and get stuff done a little bit easier. All my capacitors and all this stuff, everything is labeled in drawers. All my Molex connectors, different Molex connectors, and Molex pins and different kinds. But basically, getting everything in order. These are all cap kits for the monitors that these are basically all the monitors that I have in the arcade. Try to keep a couple of everything in stock. I still have another 8 flybacks coming. I try to have at least 1 to 2 flybacks extra at all times, because I don't usually replace the flybacks on my monitors that I have in my games unless I need to. So a lot of those monitors are using old flybacks, and I know eventually they're going to go down. And when they do, I want to be able to have the parts here to fix everything that I can. I have a bunch of different hots, which are the transistors. Like we have a bunch in here, different ones. We have bridge rectifiers, some more different transistors there. Where are my big ones at? We have some in here, some of the bigger ones in here for the chassis. But like I said, I'm just trying to get everything as organized as possible. I still need to run a power wire from this fuse panel underneath this table so that I can plug in my soldering station, my light, and I mounted an isolation transformer right over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this over to power. Okay, so that'll be plugged into my power strip, which has a surge protector on it. And then this right here is my plug end. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these Molex connectors, some of them, and I'm going to make various plugs for different types of monitors so that I could rebuild the chassis and test it right here on the table, because I have this set up so I can just plug my chassis, my monitor, right into that, and it'll be a regulated 120 volts. Obviously I can't use that for a Nintendo monitor, but I can use it for other monitors. I have a I have not tried this yet. This is a tester, so I can do different test patterns and stuff like that on a monitor. This actually came from Arcade Jason. I got to make a couple different video cables for various different style monitors. So once again, I'll just take some connectors and make my own. But this will give me I'll be able to use this for the first time. I never even put batteries in it yet. I've probably had this for a year now. I had another one and it's been flaking out on me, so I want to try this new one out and see how it works, see if there's anything else. But I have, I have all my solder extra. Actually, if anybody buys solder, I used to buy this at Radio Shack. We still have a Radio Shack, so I used to buy a bunch of this at Radio Shack. And last time I was at Arcade Jason's house, he's like, go to Harbor Freight. He's like, that's what I use. So I went up there today and I picked up 2 of these big spools. They're 18 bucks a spool, and they're big. And I actually have one in my shop too. So they work really well, no difference. So I picked up 2 of them just so I had them. That'll last me a long time. I screwed a little cup here to the wall. This is just a bunch of thermal paste. And the reason why I have so many is if you buy these from like Arcade Shop or something, they charge you $3 something a piece for one of these. I bought like a 20 pack on Amazon for like 20 bucks or 25 bucks. So I just have a bunch of it. need to get some more butane for my torch here. I don't have any more, but I got my little multimeter set up over here so I can use that when I need to. Got my deoxit up there. I got different tip thinners and rosin paste, flux. Got some blow off dust cans, which once again, you get these at Harbor Freight really cheap. I have a bunch of, these are all resistors, different size resistors and stuff like that. This is my solder gun parts for my desoldering gun, different size tips. These are different filters and stuff to put in there. This is that new gun that I ordered. It seems to work fine. My other one is up there as an extra spare. I have my fiberglass pens here for cleaning chip legs and stuff like that. Just a few basic tools in here, nothing major, just what I need to do for cap kits and stuff like that. This is my fancy, real fancy discharge tool for monitors. This fancy screwdriver here with a wire wrapped around it. Just knocked a clip off the wall. Just kind of jam that in the corner. These are all shrink. These are all crimp connectors with shrink tubes built into them. I have this is just like a generic set of Molex connectors, which this is actually pretty cool to use for, like, if you're building a multi-cade or something like that. You don't want to go using the good ones that you need for your old games. So these are just a modern style. They're not as good, but they work well. So I use these for like multi-cades and stuff, so that's why I have it hanging out down here. This is a box of different slow blow fuses, full of them. These are more slow blow fuses, but these are the smaller ones. These are just like spade connectors and stuff. This is these are a little pack of ceramic capacitors. But yeah, I have all the, you know, the ring terminals, the spade terminals, the butt connectors, all that good stuff. And I do have some more cap kits coming too. Then I'll be stocked up for a long while. So if something goes down on me, I should be able to have it fixed the same day if I have the time to fix it. And I'm hoping this little light here is going to work too. It's got a magnifying glass. It's dusty. I got to clean it off. We've had it for a long time, but it has a magnifying glass in it. So hopefully, as you can see, it kind of works really well. Let's look through here. I don't have it plugged in right now because I got to get this plug run. And also, I've got the sink mounted. I have not plumbed it yet. I need to do that. The drain's right there to hook to, and the cold water line's right there because the toilet's on the other side. But I have to get hot water, and I can either A, splice into this copper line, which I don't want to cut it, or B, run a piece of 1/2-inch red PEX over to the bar area, and I believe I could tap into the ceiling over there. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to cut that PEX over there, run a T, send my hot water down this wall behind here, and then I'll be able to hook that up. So then this will be nice for cleaning off monitor chassis, PCBs, power supplies, scrubbing them all down with Simple Green in the sink. Let them dry, they'll be good to go. I've been organizing a lot. I still have a lot to go. These are all parts for arcades. All those bins are full of parts for arcades. This is just a ton of coin doors and miscellaneous coin buckets, and I mean boxes of T-molding, bins of T-molding, boxes of locks, I mean extra power supplies. I mean, it's just endless amount of stuff here. This whole box right here is just full of coin door parts. That whole box. Here's cut off pieces of T-molding, which I saved because I use these are just a bunch of extension cords. These are all converter boards and JAMA boards and stuff for like multi-JAMA boards, like game elves and stuff like that. These are all marquee lights. These are just tons of brackets and board legs and stuff like that, random stuff in there. We have tons of monitor plugs, USB plugs, VGA, HDMI. These are a bunch of like midway ground straps and stuff like that. Power supplies are in there. This bin right here is literally barely shuts. It is full of joysticks and buttons and trackballs. I have bins and bins of wiring down here. this wire, I have 2 bins of this full of wire. These are all speakers, arcade speakers, and speaker wires and stuff like that. This is miscellaneous circuit boards, another box of miscellaneous circuit boards. I need to clean off up here so I can put more of my 19-inch monitors up here. I have more than I thought I did, but I'm getting there. I still got some more cleaning. I don't have any more room is the problem. I need more room, but gotta give a little to get a little. But yeah, see, there's even more over here monitors. They're everywhere, and I've got probably 5 or 6 sitting in the gym still on the floor, which I need to, that's my next area I'm working on, starting to clean up. These are all light bulbs for marquee lights. All these tubes right here are light bulbs for marquee lights. These are all 19-inch monitor surrounds. These 2 right here are for Tato cabinets. They got that little pocket there, which I need those, so I need to get those in the cabinets eventually. These are extra flat screen TVs and stuff. Look, I even have a root beer tapper tag. Let me know if anybody needs that. I don't ever see me getting a root beer tapper. So if anybody needs a root beer tapper tag for their cabinet, let me know. I'd be happy to give it to you. But that's pretty much it as far as what I've been doing. And I'm putting a heater in the bathroom because it has no vent in there, so I'm in the process of that. I figured I might as well get this done too, because I am going to be in the fuse panel, so I can run a dedicated fuse over to here. These actually work really well, and it's got a thermostat, so we'll just set it to like 60 degrees or something like that. It gets a little cold in here in the winter because there's no vent in here. The rest of the basement stays really warm. We don't even use the furnace because once all the games are turned on, all those monitors and everything really heat the place up. As you can see, I've almost got the bar cleaned out. Then I got to do a nice scrubbing in here and clean everything out, and that'll be back to normal. Still waiting on the chips for Tapper, so hopefully once I get them, it'll fix Tapper. It's these 3 here, and I already put new sockets in it, or I put sockets in it actually. So I got to wait for those chips, and hopefully that'll fix that thud, and then I can put Tapper back together, and that'll be finished. This tube right here is actually my artwork for the side art for Spy Hunter. So this is just a bunch of plumbing parts I bought today. So let's go ahead and put a socket on this board. Get this woke up here. And let's see if we can at least fix the fly tonight. Okay, so we need to socket that in case we ever have a problem in the future. We gotta find the chips for this. Is a 74 LS 257N, and I know I got them. Hopefully I wrote it down on the tag. This is 166. Those are 166s. Hopefully I got them. Pretty sure I got them yesterday. I've gone through so much stuff that I don't remember. I mean, as you can, I have just capacitors all labeled in order and everything. These are LS 175s and 193s, or 191s. Boy, I thought I got them yesterday. All right, give me a minute. I'm gonna look and see where they're at, because I bought a bunch of them. Okay, I found them. I put the drawer in the wrong spot when I was putting these drawers back in these connector, or these cases here. So we need a LS 257, which I think are these ones in the middle. 257. Just want to verify it. Okay, how many pins is this? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pins. So we need an 8-pin socket. I'm sorry, a 16-pin socket. which I have a ton of those. Now I'm going to add a little bit of solder to this chip before I desolder it. It does help. You know what? I'm going to see if I can run this wire to the plug for right now. Yeah. I need to run another circuit because that plug that is currently plugged into a bunch of other stuff is used on it, so I don't want to keep using that plug. So if you ever try to desolder a chip, it's kind of hard, but if you add more solder to it, it definitely helps. Hopefully that's not in the way of the camera. I didn't look. No, it should be fine. It's a little tight in here. It's not a ton of room, but I don't have a lot of room to work with. Somebody decided to fill the basement with arcade games. There's a little bit of oxidation on these pins, so it's taking a little bit longer to heat up. Okay, that socket fought me bad. I could not get it off. Ended up screwing up one of the pads on the backside, but I think I got solder to where it needed to go. So hopefully it is. If not, I'll have to take it back apart. So I put the chip, the socket with the little notch going the same direction as all the rest. And then when you put your chip in there, same thing as well. Don't rely on the writing because you never know, could get printed upside down. So make sure you go by the notch on the chip. So let's slide this in here and we'll go test it, see if it works. I don't know if that one pin made connection or not. I think it did, but I'm not positive. Okay, let's go see what we have here, if we have anything. See what happens here. Got our nice inverted colors. I'm going to go down first. Let's see if we can go up. Goes up a little bit. Nope, still goes down. I don't know what's wrong with this thing. Goes to the right perfectly, goes to the left perfectly, goes down perfectly. Does not want to go up if you hit the joystick all the way up. So there's 3 more of those chips on this board. Do I just change out the other 3 because I don't know what's going on? I guess it wouldn't hurt. Just I'll socket the other 3 and switch them out. Okay guys, no luck with that. What I did was I only took the socket out to the next chip below that one. And I'm glad that I did that because I put a socket in that second one down, which was the same part number as the top one. Then I put a new chip in it and it wouldn't do anything. It wouldn't fly anyway. So then I started looking closer, and the original chip is SN74257N. And the chips that I got are SN74LS257BN. So apparently that is not the right chip. So I believe the first chip that I replaced and put the socket in is the culprit, because when I put the second chip in, nothing worked. But when I put the second chip came out beautifully. Of course, I wasn't recording, came right out. I was able to put the socket in there. I dropped the second chip, the new chip in, it wouldn't fly. So then I put the original chip in because I did not break the original chip removing it, and it would act as if it did before I started tonight, where it would, if you push up all the way, it would fly down. So that, to me, I'm pretty confident that it's that first one that I changed. So I did go online and I found some more chips that actually have an N at the end. When I ordered these ones, I ordered SN74LS257, and I never even thought to put the end at the end of it, or the N at the end of it. So I got BNs, and when I looked it up online, it looks like they're going to be, I think it's a different chip. Fairly confident in that. I did message Arcade Jason. Hopefully he'll get back to me and verify that, but I'm pretty confident that's the wrong chip. Hi, puppy. So this is the one that came out that was in the first slot, which you saw me cut it off because I couldn't get it out. I'm going to ask him if Jason by chance has some of these when I talk to him. I am going to pick up another game cabinet tomorrow. Like, I need that. It's a $100 pickup. It's a good deal because it's got a monitor in it. It's a complete cabinet except for the PCB. It's been converted, but it's worth that in parts. I mean, if anything, I don't want to like destroy the cabinet or anything like that. I don't really have a use for the cabinet itself, but it has good parts, and that's what I'm after for the most part, unless I just snag the monitor out and I sell the cabinet without a monitor. I'm not sure yet. I'm trying to collect a little bit more, some more 19-inch monitors just so I have them, but unfortunately I can't find just monitors anymore like I used to. I used to find poker machines for 25, 50 bucks. I would take the 19-inch monitors out of them. I'd get rid of the cabinets, but I'm not having any luck with that anymore. I found one 19-inch monitor and it's like 3.5 hours away, and he wants $100 for it. And I just I don't think that's worth it, especially not for 7 hours of driving. So I'm gonna pick this up tomorrow, show it to you guys. I am also going to be working on the paint on the Kickman cabinet tomorrow. So I will be doing that. If I can get a hold of Jason, if he possibly has some chips, maybe I'll stop by his house tomorrow on my way back home and steal some from him. Like I said, I did order 10 of them. So hopefully these ones that I ordered are the correct ones. Because like I said, when I looked it up and it says BN at the end, and then I look up 257N, the description and what those two chips do are a little different from one another. So that, to me, I'm fairly confident that the BNs are not the correct ones. It is what it is. I mean, to keep them, I don't think I'll ever use them, but you never know. So that's pretty much going to end this video, kind of showing how everything's going down here. I'm finally getting organized. I have got a lot to go. Like I said, I have a bunch of flybacks coming, some more cap kits coming. I try to have at least one or two of each. Even a lot of those monitors out there haven't even been capped. If I can get a monitor to work and it works good, I leave it alone. I do not mess with it. Especially flybacks. Why waste $30 for a flyback if it doesn't need change? I know a lot of guys, they change the capacitors and the flyback, but I don't see any reason to do that. So pretty much that's it, guys. No success yet on Sinistar. Things kicking my butt, but I will get it. I will get it figured out. It's just, unfortunately, it's just waiting on parts, and I'm trying to stock up on this stuff so when something goes down, I don't have to wait on parts. But we'll see what happens. So thanks for watching, guys. I'm gonna probably do a quick pickup video tomorrow, and then I'll do a video on painting the starting the touch up on the Kickman cabinet. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please feel free to ask. If somebody knows about those two chips and the two different numbers, let me know. Like I said, I'm fairly confident when I looked it up, what I read. And I'm fairly confident that first chip that I put a socket in is the culprit. I'm pretty positive. Now that one pad on the back of that first chip that I replaced and put that socket on, I did screw up the one pad because I could not get it desoldered. But I'm fairly confident that that is connected on the other side, because the pad on the back side is just to hold the solder, and what it does is it goes through the board because that trace is underneath the chip. But I'm pretty confident that I got solder to go down the leg and hit it on the other side. Maybe not. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe it's that one leg. But I know for sure that these chips don't work. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.